Welcome everyone. In this particular video, we're going to dive a little deeper into the addition rule for probabilities. So let's recap. So what is the addition rule for probabilities? Well, we know that the probability of event A or B is equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of A and B. And so this is our addition rule. But sometimes it might be advantageous for us to use Venn diagrams in order to answer addition rule probabilities. So that's what I want to go over in this video. So for example, Pew Research tracks the behavior of adults online. Recently, they found that 79% of users used Facebook, and 24% used Twitter, and 22% used both. Okay, so our first question here will be, what is the probability that a randomly selected adult uses either Facebook or Twitter? Well, to answer this question, we could use our addition rule that we wrote earlier, but I want us to go ahead and craft up a Venn diagram because the parts that come after this, we're going to really rely heavily on that Venn diagram. So here, I'm going to come up a little bit, and our Venn diagram will look like this. So a Venn diagram will be two circles, right, that intersect each other. And for us, for this particular question, we're going to let the left circle represent Facebook, which I'll denote FB, and then the right circle will be Twitter, TW. Okay? So now let's talk about the percentages that go in each of these circles, right? So I'd like to start off actually with the overlap, or both. Well, they tell us that 22% of adults use both Facebook and Twitter. So what that indicates is that a 0.22, 22%, is going to go right here in the middle. All right. Now let's go over to Facebook. What if we want to know the percent of people that just use Facebook? Well, to figure that out, what we do is we take the 79% that they told us were Facebook users, so 0.79, 79%, and I'm going to subtract away 22%. All right, that's the probability of people that use both Facebook and Twitter. The reason why I'm doing that is because that 79% includes both people that use Facebook and Twitter, right? And so that's going to give us a difference of 57% or 0.57. In a similar fashion, to calculate the percentage of adults that use just Twitter, we're going to take the 24% that use Twitter, and we're going to subtract away 22% from that. That's the percentage of people that use both. So 0.24 minus 0.22 gives us a difference of 0.02%. Okay? All right. So now, if we want to answer question A, what is the probability that a randomly selected adult uses either Facebook or Twitter? Because I have subtracted away the probability of A and B from both of these, all we simply have to do is to add these probabilities together. And that's what we're going to do. So the probability that a randomly selected adult uses either Facebook or Twitter will be, we take 0.57, add to it 0.22, and add to it 0.02. All right, if we add those up, let's see, we get 79, we get 81% or 0.81. So once again, because we've subtracted away the intersection of Facebook and Twitter, that's the reason why we could just simply add those percentages together. All right, let's go to the next part. Part B. What is the probability that a randomly selected adult uses Twitter but not Facebook? So we want a person that uses only Twitter but not Facebook. Well, that is at 2%, right? So that is the percentage of people, of adults, that only use Twitter. So for us, the answer to question B is simply 0.02. Okay. All right, what about the next one? What is the probability that a randomly selected adult uses Facebook or Twitter but not both? So Facebook or Twitter but not both. So what we're going to do is we are going to utilize Facebook or Twitter, but not both. So what we should grab is the percent of people that use just Facebook and add to it the percentage of people that have just Twitter. And we're going to ignore the percentage of people that have both. So the answer to this question will be a 0.57 plus 0.02 to give us 59% or 0.59 of adults use Facebook or Twitter, but not both. Okay, and then lastly, what is the probability that a randomly selected adult uses neither Facebook nor Twitter? So what we can do is we have the probability, well, we know the probability that someone uses either Facebook or Twitter, right? So how about we do this? What if we encapsulate our Venn diagram in a box here? And so we know the probability that somebody uses Facebook or Twitter. We know that's 0.57 plus 0.22 plus 0.02. And we said earlier that was a 0.81, right? So now the probability that we do not have a Facebook or Twitter user is that we can use the complement. And so the complement will be here, 1 minus that 0.57. Let's write that a little better. 0.57 plus 0.22 plus 0.02, right? So what this equals is 1 minus the 0.81, which gives us 0.19. And so that, folks, is the percentage of people who use neither Facebook nor Twitter. So neither Facebook or Twitter. All right, and for that reason, our answer to this final question here is 0.19. All right, so I hope that helps everyone understand how we can use Venn diagrams to answer addition rule probabilities.